just started after school every day. Just an afternoon activity that grew into a passion. Which soon became my life. Coming from Durban, growing up at North Beach, and developing my skills in local competitions, I was always encouraged to become a competitive bodyboarder. In December 2016, I packed my car, drove to Cape Town and settled in the Strand with my girlfriend Rosie and her family. I just knew that 2017 was going to be different. I felt determined to prepare well and push myself to chase my dream. I was really keen to chase the quality waves around my new home. I wanted to chase the all-day offshore winds, the heavy, icy, crystal clear barrels. "2016 was a tough pill to swallow. I was so close to my first world title but came up short at the final hurdle, and I realized that I just put too much pressure on myself. Going into the last event in the Canary Islands, I was first in the rankings and needed a solid result to take the world title. I had so many restless nights with little to no opportunity to get in some free surfing. It was just too much for me to handle. As 2017 progressed, that all seemed to change. I came back from an epic season in Hawaii and got in touch with Philip Nell, Christian LaRue, and their team at LaRue & Nell Biokineticists.
It's top secret stuff.
Philip is a big wave charger and all-round good guy, with some crazy antics in South Africa's Western Cape waters. whether it be charging 30-foot waves or racking up barrel time on the fun days. Philip took me under his wing and started to focus on adapting bodyboard-specific movements into the training and conditioning program. This was to increase strength and flexibility, as well as iron out any muscular issues I had. I have never been in a better headspace going into my year on tour. Even though I missed the APB Tour's second event in Tahiti, I knew that if I kept on top of my mental game, I could come out firing in the South American leg. I wasn't only mentally and physically prepared for the South American events, but I also had the support of my family and friends, along with Rosie right behind me. She was always there to provide the support when I needed motivation and encouragement. With all this positive energy around me, I was feeling confident in my riding and myself. I began tracking a solid swell that popped up on the weather charts. I felt that there was a possibility of a wave working at a spot beyond the South African border that I'd always wanted to chase. And a few days later we were on the road, crammed into my Subaru Forester, later dubbed the Red Rocket, and cruising up the west coast. I was travelling with one of my oldest friends in the sport, Jaimes Jones, as well as fellow Durbanite Taylor Hickman. Geographically, Namibia is one of the most unique places on earth, a place of extreme landscapes, the oldest desert in the world meeting the cold Atlantic Ocean. And when conditions come together, one of the best waves on the planet. After 3 unforgettable days of waves in the desert, it was time for the long drive home. Preparing for Brazil and Chile, I was looking forward to the challenges that lay ahead. Rio de Janeiro has some of the most breathtaking landscapes on tour. The thoughts of the warm waters and beautiful beaches always have me excited to go back. The Itsukuchara Pro went well, and I was very happy to get a 3rd place finish. The tour then went to Chile for the Arica Chilean Challenge. I had registered my first ever APB Tour win at Arica in 2016. I could feel the pressure begin to build as we prepared for the 2017 event. It was certainly tough going in the early rounds, and it wasn't until the last day that I got some incredible waves. awards came in the form of a 4th place overall and a 3rd podium finish to the year. For some reason my body just wasn't feeling strong as we set off for the final event of the South American leg in Antofagasta. I was able to get my head down and managed to match my best result of the year, a 2nd place in the Antofagasta Bodyboarding Festival. 4 podium finishes in 4 events. On my return from South America, for some reason, my body just wasn't feeling good. A visit to a doctor and then a specialist revealed a condition known as ulcerative colitis. This condition affects the large intestine, creating small ulcers on the inner lining. It also meant a big change to my diet, along with a dose of chronic medication. A consultation with Phil and Chris allowed us to put the condition into perspective, put my mind at ease, and then it was time for me to get my head down and push through.
I'm standing on holy ground, waiting for the sound of...
When you are faced with adversity, you really look to the people around you for support and encouragement. I had no better team on my side. My mum and dad, Rosie and her parents, Karen and France, as well as my close friends. Rosie backed me and gave me the most amazing support, helping me choose what I should eat, supporting my mental game, and being there when I needed her most. When it came to pushing my bodyboarding to a new level, inspiration came from guys like Tristan Roberts, Luke Kitchen, and Mafus Lombard. It was time to prepare the best way I knew how. Going into the last leg of the 2017 APB Tour, I again began to feel the pressure. But with the help of my support system, preparation and training, I was able to achieve a first place finish in the Sintra Pro. The good start in Portugal was followed with another first place at the Vienna Bodyboarding Championships. These results, and 6 podium finishes in a row further extended my lead in the world title race. If I could just get a solid result in the Nazare Pro, there was a possibility that I would be able to clinch the world title before the tour's final event in Fronton, Canary Islands. Some good waves in the early rounds saw me through to the semi-finals. Win the semi, and I'd be world champ. Lose it, and the race would go on to Fronton. The siren went, a chair out of the water, emotions and tears shared, celebrations with Rosie, a dream realized, 2017 APB World Champion. Unlike the previous year, I was able to really enjoy myself in the Canary Islands.
I built a cage with lights and hands, something inside that I long to free.
We arrived at Fronton and it was straight into the water. No pressure on doing well to take the title. Just able to enjoy competing in amazing waves. I was knocked out of the contest in the earlier rounds, but was still so stoked. I had done all I had set out to do in the European League. I was able to enjoy free surfing and watching the amazing riding on display as the Fronton King event unfolded. It was really special to be there to watch Jared Houston take the win at the Fronton King. My dad surprised me by showing up at the Fronton event. The emotions of having just won the world title and getting to spend time with my dad just made the event that much more enjoyable. Back in Cape Town and having time to reflect has made me realize how incredible this year has been. An almost unbelievable ride. I've been able to share some amazing moments with my family and friends. I've become so much closer to Rosie and the Lombard family. I have grown as an individual and learned so much about myself. And above all, I was able to realize my lifelong dream.
Good morning. It's finally nice to see you. It's been a long time coming, and now I get to meet you. In the peace plantation.
Chasing the southern sun is many things to me. It's the chase of the world title, the chase of a dream, the chase for that perfect wave, the chase to enjoy every day. And even when the sun goes down, even when you feel like it's ending, you know that the sun will rise tomorrow and you will get to chase it all again.
Coffee and a double delight.
Start cracking my eggs, bruh.
Shit ain't been the same like before.
That's what they look like.
God, look at that brew. No, it's still going, brew.
Yo.